How many times has a 15-year-old learned about the Vietnam War? Personally, I wouldn't call it learning. Maybe the appropriate word would be hearing. We as students hear about this war often, but only as a passing comment or an offhanded detail. How many of you can tell me exactly what happened that morning of April 30th, 1975? My father could. He was there. But I couldn't, and neither could any of my friends at school who are Vietnamese. Contrary to what textbooks may imply, we should care about this monumental date, because if we continue to talk about what took place on April 30th and what the Vietnamese heritage and freedom flag represents, we can keep on remembering the painful past of our culture and work to make peace with what is one of the most destructive and unforgettable days of our history. Remembering what took place on April 30th is what will honor our soldiers and leaders, along with recognizing the faults of others. Before April 30th took place, we had to go back 2 years to March 29th, 1973, when the Americans left Vietnam. My father told me they would play a Christmas song on the radio. It would tell all the Americans it was time to go. After Nixon's leave from presidency, Congress continued to prevent help from coming to Vietnam, placing in many measures to create obstacle after obstacle for any aid to reach fighting troops. America did not help us on that spring day that ended the nation. I tell you that because we must remember, we must acknowledge the broken promises and empty words that came with that familiar tune of White Christmas. At dawn on April 30th, 1975, the North Vietnamese army met little resistance as they stormed Saigon and destroyed what was left of the Republic of Vietnam. The war was over, but the suffering didn't end. The aftermath of the war is what has impacted our lives so much. We care about that day because it marks not only the end of the country, but the start of an uncertain future for countless families and citizens as they make a way into the new world. With the country ceasing to exist around 50 years ago, the yellow flag is all we have left of the Republic of Vietnam. We must continue to use it as a method of remembrance of what was lost and what is important to our hearts. After 9 states recognized the yellow flag as the Vietnamese heritage and freedom flag, it is now seen widespread use in festivals and celebrations as a way to show our pride. Living in America can cause people to forget their Vietnamese heritage. We forget our language, our customs, our history. We must care about this flag because it's the only flag our soldiers know, the only flags our parents know, and the only flag I've grown up with from my culture. It's difficult to discuss such a painful topic, especially since many of us have experienced it firsthand. Being able to share our memories or stories of Vietnam will bring the Vietnamese generations closer together. That is why, on April 30th, we all look up to that yellow flag with red stripes and remember.